Welcome into Lone Peak High School for Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network as we get ready to tip off the 2023 and 24 season in the home opener for your Lady Knights as the defending 6A state champion Lone Peak Knights kick off the season by taking on your defending 5A champion, the Bountiful Redhawks. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Excited to bring you this game tonight between last year's state champions in the two top classifications in the state of Utah. We'll start first with the visiting Bountiful Redhawks. They come in 0-1. Bountiful kicked off the season, took on the Westlake Thunder. They lost that game by 10. Bountiful coming in looking for that first win of the year, and they return really one of the state's best players in Taylor Harvey, the junior. Helped her team last year as a sophomore win a state championship. She's back for more. She is a really dynamic player, great scorer, very athletic, run up and down the floor. Be really interesting to see what she's got around her. She had her sister Jordan Harvey last year to help take that team to state. They had great experience. We'll see as they got some new faces on this Bountiful roster trying to help fill in around the experience of Taylor Harvey. How that all meshes here tonight is they've got, they got to learn quickly because you take on the defending 6A state champion and the Lone Peak Knights. Well, they graduated Kaylee Woolston. They return her younger sister Kennedy, a sophomore who is a starter for the Lone Peak Knights this year. And then you return players like Shawnee Nordstrom, Sarah Bartholomew, a pair of seniors who so experienced, been multi-year starters here for Lone Peak in a group that is factoring to be back near the top of their respective classification here this season as they win the opening tip and the first points of the game to Tanavasa. We didn't talk about Nala in our open, or Naya, but she shows very quickly and easily she can find her way to the rim as first offensive possession here for the Redhawks, coached by Coach Joel Burton. And we've got a foul here on the floor. I'm going to go against Lone Peak. Actually call it on Bartholomew. And so that'll be the first on Sarah. Inbounded here with Mae Johnson. They go right back into Johnson, trying to work here against Woolston. Boy, that's a nice shot off the glass there by Johnson for the first Red Hawk points tonight. Here's Bartholomew. Harvey collapsed down. That one turned over. And now Bountiful trying to push the tempo here a little bit in this opening quarter. Here's Harvey. Looking inside. Oh, 4-footer is good. Good pressure here by Bountiful. Nordstrom from the corner. That three out the back of the rim. Kept here. Tanavasa tripped up on the play as we get our first call here on Bountiful. Lone Peak here to inbound. Bartholomew too strong. Lone Peak able to track down the board. Tanavasa driving, scoring. 4 early points here for Naya. Harvey bringing it up the floor, driving. And Bartholomew was there. Made that a tough shot as Harvey got caught close to the rim there. Nordstrom tried to attack. Oh, Shawnee. Last year she flexed to the long ball. That three-point shot for Shawnee was fantastic last year. And on that, nice drive getting to the rim. Oh, Lone Peak nearly had it. Little clock malfunction there. Our apologies. We'll get that sorted out for you. As we got just under 6 to go here in this first quarter. 6-4 the advantage for the home Knights. That shot won't go. And Lone Peak running ahead. It's Shawnee Nordstrom to the rack. And it's a quick 8-4 lead here for the Knights as they're running the floor and running up to an early lead. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back. 5:41 to go here in our opening quarter. 8-4 Lone Peak. Been a group the last couple years. They can run the floor. They operate out of the half court really well. They've got the three-point game, the drive game mid-range. Like, they can do just about everything. And while we haven't had a three yet, it's just a moment of time. Give it some time. It'll find its way, that three off the mark, and it will bounce out near side. It'll go back here to Lone Peak. Excited to be back here with the Lone Peak Knights. Of course, they've been great partners the last couple years, and awesome to have Lone Peak girls basketball back on the Rewind Sports Network here this year. Coach Nancy Warner, what a job she's done. State champions. And she's got a program that sent a lot of players D1. Of course, Kaylee Woolston heading to BYU. And in case you missed it, Sarah Bartholomew, who's in on that dual possession, committed to BYU as well. The arrow here will give this back to the visitors from Bountiful. As Harvey across the timeline, works over with Satuala. Here's Larson. Had Stevenson. This is Adelaide with it now. Oh, good defense. Nordstrom pokes it away. Now up on the run out. Shawnee senses Harvey coming from behind, and Shawnee beats her. 6 early points here for Shawnee Nordstrom. Little defense into offense for this Lone Peak side. Here's Taylor. Pull up from 12. Good looking shot there for Taylor Harvey. We talked about, boy, so gifted and just a junior. Here's Bartholomew. Little pull up from 6. That surprisingly bounced out. That's off the glass and the rim. Betrayed by her home rim here. Satuala looking to hand off there. Excuse me, that was Mae Johnson. Corner 3, that shot off the mark, and the rebound to Nordstrom. Here comes Kennedy Woolston, skips across. Katie Lawrence, the 3. That was just off the mark and rebounded there by Satuala. And deflected out. It'll go back, or stay, I guess, on the possession with Bountiful. Substitutions here for Lone Peak. Zuri Nordstrom coming on the floor, as does Kaylee Rich. Back to Stevenson. Oh, good vision there from Taylor Harvey. And a good read there by Stevenson. Quick 3 other end. That's short. Rich has the rebound now into a trio of Redhawks. We'll draw the whistle here, as this will be the 3rd team foul on Bountiful. Calls on Satuala, her first. Inbounded to Nordstrom for 3. Shawnee Nordstrom. There's that 3-point shot we alluded to earlier. Oh, we've got a foul here near midcourt. You saw Woolston trying to be aggressive there defensively. Tanavasa. Boy, tough up and under shot. How about Naya? It's been the duo of Tanavasa and Nordstrom here in this first quarter, helping to push this back to a 7-point lead. Nearly turned over. Taylor still on it. Bountiful bench thought Lone Peak maybe a little too aggressive there. No call coming. Lone Peak coming up. Giving over, Rachel Little Strong. Backside board here for Bountiful. Inside, 2:15 to go. Here's Johnson, sends out Larson, and we've got a foul here. This will be called on Kennedy. That's going to be her second personal. We've got a timeout being taken here by Lone Peak. Timeout Knights, we'll step aside. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. 2:11 to go here, first quarter. Satuala, high post trying to drive here, help coming over, high off the glass. A little strong off the rim and kept here by Bountiful. Harvey looking in, Satuala able to recapture it. She'll pull up here from 12, won't go. Loose ball that Bartholomew walks away with as we're inside of 2 to play. Here's Tanavasa, back with Nordstrom. Boy, that's a tough one. Trying to get that to Shawnee. Bountiful's spacing was actually pretty good defensively. Disrupted that cut through the lane. Winds up being a turnover. Harvey trying to work off that double team. Instead is taken away. That was forced by Zuri Nordstrom, the freshman. Oh, a long three from Shawnee. Just wide. Bartholomew able to keep that in play. Tried to get that inside, deflected by Johnson, and now Bountiful with the possession as we approach 60 seconds left here in our opening frame. 15-8, still the advantage for Lone Peak. Satuala works to Harvey. Here's Taylor. Wanted to get that back to Malika. Tanavasa gets this back, has to send out Bartholomew. She'll take the three. That was just off the front of the rim, and Harvey there to gather. Taylor coming up, shot clock turned off here for these final 25-plus seconds. Taylor will take the three. That shot couldn't get over the front of the rim. I've seen a couple of long shots that are short here in this first quarter. Shawnee hit a three a few minutes ago. She's going to look to drive here right to the rim. Shawnee once again starts it, finishes it. Clock down to 3. Bountiful will get a shot away, and that one won't go in the first quarter in the books. 17-8, Lone Peak has a good lead after one as we kick off the 23 season on the Rewind Sports Network. Start of the second quarter, 17-8, the advantage for Lone Peak. Good start for the Knights, especially considering they only had 2 scorers. Shawnee had 11 points in that first quarter. Naya Tanavasa had the other 6. Kennedy, Sarah didn't score in that opening frame. And yet they've got a 9-point lead after 8 minutes of play. They'll start with the basketball here in this second quarter. Kennedy will send that three off the mark, out of play. It'll go back here to Bountiful. Meanwhile, for the Redhawks, 8 points from 4 different scorers. Harvey works this to Castleton. Back with Taylor, that double team coming, trying to force that ball out of her hands. Lone Peak going to try to make someone else beat them tonight. We've got a double dribble. We saw that ball switch hands in between the bounce there, and Bountiful turning it over. Nordstrom around that screen from Rich, gives it right back to Kaylee, and Kaylee gets fouled. Boy, how about that vision by Shawnee Nordstrom. Great sense there to see that help defense come over and get that back to Rich as Kaylee here will head to the line to shoot two. Malia Nelson, the freshman, called for her first personal. One more here for Kaylee. Here's Harvey. Inside. Oh, nice find. And a good finish there. It's Mae Johnson with her second bucket tonight. Pull up Shawnee, of course. Harvey, that double team once again, trying to work it inside. Oh, nice defense by Lawrence. Kennedy works back over, a little juke there. Tanavasa will pull up and score. Boy, they leave Johnson that time. Again, that double team. Anytime Harvey's around the ball, they are double teaming her. That shot too strong. Pulled up there by Kennedy. Nordstrom fouled here at the top of the paint. Nordstrom. Boy, she's so quick. She's so quick. We saw that last year. We knew it. But, boy, you see it in person, and it's something else. As Shawnee Nordstrom now unofficially with 15 points with 5:45 left to go here in the opening half. Lone Peak looking good here to start the year. 5:45 to go here, opening half. Lone Peak looks pretty good. Boy, they've been physical, too. You can see them on the defensive end. They are not afraid to really contest as Shawnee nearly had the steal there. Bountiful still on it as Orm looking for some help. Taps that out with Harvey. Here's Taylor. Bartholomew guarding. Let's work that over to Satuala. The drive, Satuala, nice take. That shot clock was trickling down. Need to get that one up, and Malika scoring her second field goal of the night. Lone Peak turns it over on the offensive end. Here comes the Redhawks. Orm works over to Stevenson. Adelaide sends up top. Here's the freshman, Nelson, for three. Malia Nelson with her first field goal tonight and the first three-pointer for Bountiful in the contest. Off that screen, Nordstrom. She'll float this from 15 feet. Here's Nelson. Around that high screen, Satuala just short. Rebound to Tanavasa. Worked over with Missouri. She's got it back. Lawrence sends over Tanavasa for three. Naya with her first three tonight. She's got 11. How about this? Lone Peak has 30 points from three scorers, and two of them have 28. Impressive first half for Nordstrom and Tanavasa. And Tanavasa now with the steal. She'll pull. Transition three, just short. Well, she wanted that one, and I can understand that as a former shooter myself. Coaches may disagree, but Stevenson giving to Nelson. She straight away hit a three a moment ago. That one just a tad long. Able to be rebounded by Shawnee. Looking up for Bartholomew. Quick shot. Just off the front of the rim. Bartholomew, offensive board. Harvey with the block from behind. Bartholomew trying to keep that here and just ran out of real estate. It'll be Bountiful basketball. Well, that's a great job coming there from Harvey. And Bartholomew was nearly able to keep it there. One post and one wing going head-to-head tonight in this matchup. Two players are going to have great opportunities at the next level. We'll talk about Bartholomew being committed already. That shot strong from Satuala. Lawrence looking up for Kennedy. It's too strong. Boy, Kennedy, she will want that one back. That's one she normally hits as Lone Peak last to touch here. Great vision there by Katie Lawrence to get that up to the sophomore Woolston. Stevenson going right to the rack. Nice take there for Adelaide. Ooh, Satuala able to come up. Generate the steal. Three on the way. Just off the front of the rim there from Stevenson. Trying to get that back to Adelaide. Ball's on the floor. Dual possessions. We'll get the tie-up and the whistle. And the arrow will keep it here. We got another timeout going to be taken here by Lone Peak. Timeout Knights. Bountiful basketball. Nordstrom back on the floor. She's got 16 tonight. Tanavasa with 11. Those two leading the way here for Lone Peak. In fact, they're the only two that have also made field goals tonight. The two from Rich both came at the free throw line. Inbounded to Stevenson. Good shot. Adelaide Stevenson able to hit the three. She's up to 7. That's a great play coming out of that timeout. To run her through that wall, screen, allow her a free open look as miscommunication here. Lone Peak turns it over. Here's Stevenson. That Lone Peak defense still intense. Satuala gets in the paint. Oh, little step around there from Malika. Wouldn't go. And last touch there by Satuala trying to finish. Inside of a minute to go here first half. Bountiful hanging around here. Just a 10-point deficit. This game looked like it was going to get sideways quickly. The Redhawks have stuck around. Nordstrom thought about that three. She'll give over to Naya. This just a step inside, and Naya continues her efficient first half. Sachuala. Here's Orm working far side. Stevenson knocked away, stays here. 20 left on the shot clock. Looking inside, Harvey, and that's Kaylee Rich. Does a nice job of fronting that pass. Able to take it back. Kaylee, she'll pull up. Little baseline shot here won't go. Nordstrom able to reel that away. Lawrence for three. No. And ripped away by Tanavasa. 5 seconds left here in the half. Tanavasa sends out. Three on the way. And it's hit by the freshman Zuri Nordstrom as the horn sounds. A quick 5-0 spurt from Lone Peak. And the lead is back to 15 at the break. The Knights 35-20 lead the Redhawks in the 23-24 season opener for Lone Peak on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back. Ready to start the second half. Dane Stewart here with you. 35-20 the advantage for Lone Peak. Made three there right at the horn by Zuri Nordstrom, her first field goal of the night. Pushes that lead back to 15, and the game has largely been between 10 and 15 all night in favor of the Knights. Bartholomew works that out. Inside, nice finish. Katie Lawrence able to score it for her first field goal tonight. We'll pull up here, Sachuala. And a delay game warning here. Here's Woolston. Looking inside, Bartholomew, and draws the contact there. Sarah here will head to the lines. The foul called on Johnson. Going to be her second. And it's 2 free throws. First here for Sarah. Just misses one more here. Splits the trip, but that second one looked good there for Sarah. Her first point tonight. This captured here by Johnson. May works back up top with Harvey. Taylor sending over Satuala. Nordstrom trying to defend. Tanavasa nearly had the steal. Kept here by Stevenson. Now we'll give to Harvey. Harvey looking baseline. Sends up. Shot clock down to 5 here for Bountiful. Harvey in the corner. Takes a quick step back for 3. Taylor Harvey just long. Boy, that shot looked like it was going to be good. But the rebound captured there by Tanavasa and the Knights. Looking inside, Bartholomew quickly down the floor. Trying to back down. And this waved off. This will be on the floor before the shot. As called for the foul here will be May Johnson. That's going to be number 3 on May. That's going to be 2 quick team fouls here on Bountiful. Of course, those of you that missed the news, got a little rule change this year. We'll get into that as this contest progresses once we get there, should we get there, as that pass looking inside was deflected. Now bodies hitting the floor. And we've got a foul here on Lone Peak. I think going to go maybe on Nordstrom. No, on Lawrence here. Katie called for her first. Zuri Nordstrom back on the floor here for Coach Warner. Harvey. Boy, Taylor inside, just got jammed a little bit underneath. That ball rolling out. How about the awareness there by Taylor Harvey there? It's going to stay here with Bountiful, but talk about they've brought that double team all night. So what happens? She knows that's coming. She gives a little step like she's going to go into it just to open up that baseline a step and then work back around it. That's a crafty move there by the junior, Taylor Harvey. Sachuala here trying to drive. Foul here on the floor. That will not count. The foul called on Tanavasa, her first. And now 2 quick team fouls on the Knights. Bartholomew here will catch a breather. Harvey trying to back down Woolston again. This one on the floor. So Kennedy going to pick up. Boy, this might be the third on Kennedy. Yes, it is. Set a quick breather for Bartholomew. We weren't kidding. Sarah going to come on the floor here as Woolston, having picked up her third, will have to come off. Bartholomew able to deflect that. We'll get the tie. And the possession arrow will keep it here. I think Bountiful has had the arrow on every tied-up basketball tonight. Sachuala turning around. That shot won't go on the floor, and coming up with it, but giving it away there was Zuri. And then the putback. Sachuala able to go up with it quickly there and score before that Lone Peak defense could get set. 8 points now for Malika Sachuala, unofficially the leading scorer for Bountiful tonight. Nordstrom works back. Tanavasa left alone. Tanavasa for 3. 16 now for Naya. High post. Oh, boy. Oh, I thought maybe a double dribble there, not called, as Tanavasa there with the rebound. But, boy, Mae Johnson didn't realize the defender had lost her footing. Bartholomew. Boy, you seal that off. That lobbed entry, and Bartholomew, she knows what to do with it at that point. Her first field goal tonight. 19-point difference here for the home side as we approach the midway point here in our third quarter. Oh, boy, and they're going to call a foul there. Boy, I thought that was pretty clean on Shawnee, but the foul here called underneath, and it'll be the first here on Shawnee. 4th team foul on Lone Peak. Boy, adding up here in this third quarter. And we've got an intentional foul here. Yeah, going to be called here on Rich. Going to be the first on Kaylee. And so that will actually serve as the 5th team foul. The intentional foul here, we're going to clear the lanes. And so it'll be a pair of free throws here for Harvey. Taylor 2 for 2. Just 4 points tonight for Taylor Harvey. They've really made her work. We talked about how much they've brought those double teams. It's been a good defensive game plan for the Lady Knights. Limiting one of the top scorers in 5A and in the state to just 4 through 2.5 quarters. That denied. Kaylee Rich coming over there defensively to reject the shot. Here's Rich looking in for Bartholomew. Boy, she knew she had Johnson. She'll pull up. Oh, that rimmed out for Sarah. Now a foul here going to be called by Shawnee. And here we go. 4-minute mark, third quarter. And we will head down to take free throws. So here's your rule change for those unaware. Gone are the days of the 1-and-1. The new rule, 5 team fouls in a quarter, and you shoot 2 free throws. Team fouls reset every quarter. So Bountiful shooting 2 free throws through the rest of the third, at which point the Lone Peak team fouls would be reset to 0 as Harvey makes the first. Nelson coming back on the floor here for Coach Burton. And Harvey has made 4 straight free throws. Shawnee works back. Tanavasa. Oh, trying to get that back to Sarah. Able to track that down. Can she keep it in? Oh, and the knees were just out of bounds, and so Bountiful or Lone Peak will give it up. Here's Orm working in. Harvey. Bartholomew defending. Taylor quickly able to get that shot away before any help could come. And she's got 6 points here in the third quarter, now 8 in the contest. Nordstrom. Around 3 different Bountiful defenders. Shawnee Nordstrom now with 19. Satuala trying to drive and fouled here. It'll be Satuala heading to the line. Two free throws here for Malika. Two for two. Boy, free throws really helping Bountiful stay within range here. As I think unofficially now, 6 for 6 from the line in the quarter. As we've got a foul here on the other end, going to be called on Bountiful, and that's going to be on Mae Johnson, and that's going to be number 4 on the starting post here for Bountiful. Nordstrom, boy, a rare miss here for Shawnee. She knew that the moment it left her hand. One for 2 there for Nordstrom. Shawnee now with an even 20. Work back. Here's Harvey. Sends over. Orm left open. Just strong on the 3. Early run out. And it's defended by Satuala. Malika with a right-handed finish. Boy, Malika is having herself a quarter. 8 points in the quarter. 12 in the contest. Harvey has 6 in the quarter. They've led Bountiful. It's been those two doing all the scoring here for the Redhawks. 14 points combined for that duo here in the third. And a foul here on the floor. 2 to go will be the 4th team foul on Bountiful. So for these final 2 minutes now, both teams will be in the bonus. Inside, Bartholomew trying to work around Harvey. Oh, nice move. Lost out. It'll head back here to Lone Peak. Nordstrom shook the defense. Just off the front of the rim. Bartholomew, and left that one just short as it will stay here with Lone Peak. Boy, and Woolston hit the floor hard. She looks to be okay. Shawnee to inbound to Kennedy for 3. Rattled out, boy. Seen a number of those tonight. Here comes Harvey pushing it up the floor for Bountiful, and a foul here. So we'll head to the line. It'll be Harvey. 2 more coming up here for Taylor. 3rd personal on Shawnee. As substitutions for Lone Peak going to come in. Zuri Nordstrom and Kaylee Rich both checking in here for Lone Peak. Eight for 8 at the line is Bountiful here in this third quarter. Harvey with the steal. Taylor end to end, and no, it won't go. Oh, man. And a timeout taken here by Lone Peak boy Taylor Harvey. She finishes that 99 times out of 100, and we just witnessed the one. Timeout here, Knights, 1:08 to go here in the third. Bountiful's done a nice job hanging around tonight, trying to avoid an 0-2 start. They've got a double-digit deficit here late in the third quarter. Oh, how about that find? Oh, and Zurich couldn't get it to go. Harvey there with the rebound. Taylor pushing it up the floor. Hands to Satuala. Malika, good pressure that by Tanavasa. Gets it to Orm. Now back with Satuala. Satuala works out. Orm throws this up. I thought that shot clock was dwindling down, so I said has to. But there was still 10 left on it. There weren't a lot of options there. And didn't have much to do with it. As on the other end, it's Tanavasa able to draw the contact. Score it and 1 here for Naya. Oh, and Tanavasa missed the free throw. 16 seconds left. Here's Harvey. Zone look here for Lone Peak. Clock down to 5. That pass deflected. Tanavasa comes away with it. And they won't get a shot away, but the defense does its job to close out the third. It's a 14-point difference as we head to the fourth and final frame on the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of Lone Peak basketball, only on KSLSports.com. Start of the fourth quarter. Lone Peak led by 9 after the first. It's been pretty much a double-digit lead since as Tanavasa able to add to that double-digit lead to hit the 3 to start off this fourth quarter. She's got 21. Nordstrom has 20. They've combined for 41 of the 53 Lone Peak points tonight. Impressive season debuts for the pair of seniors here at Lone Peak. Satuwala, yes. Boy, what a take there by Malika Satuwala. This second half, she's been much more aggressive. Just had 4 points at the break. She's now got 14 in the contest and a chance to make it 15 here with a trip to the line. Foul called there on Tanavasa. That's the third on Naya. Naya's scored in every period tonight, as has Satuwala, as Malika leaves that free throw short. And the rebound captured there for Lone Peak. Nordstrom. That shot missed. Satuwala works over Orm. Bartholomew is fronting Harvey there. Orm will send up. Oh, and that is Orm. Oh, my apologies. It was Stevenson there who had it. I apologize to Adelaide, her family. Orm, her family. It's Abby Orm with the 3 there for Bountiful. Nordstrom trying to drive on Stevenson, high off the glass. Here's Harvey, high post, sends to the corner. Stevenson, the 3, long, backside. Satuwala can't get it to go. And then, how about that steal by Satuwala? Back to Adelaide. Lawrence leading Woolston, and Kennedy there fouled on the play. That's a good pass there by Lawrence. I've actually been really impressed with Katie Lawrence's vision tonight. She's been throwing dimes left and right. Even that time she does a great job of leading Kennedy there to the rim. A foul there will send Kennedy to the line as she makes her first. That's the first point tonight for Kennedy Woolston. Didn't think we'd be saying that with just under 6 to play in regulation. She makes them both. Stevenson. Satuwala, oh, nice spin move. Couldn't get it away, but that's because she was fouled on the play. And she'll head to the line here to shoot 2. This foul called on Shawnee. That's going to be number 4 on Nordstrom. 2 free throws here for Malika. You know, in case you missed it, last night we had a boys game, Davis and Copper Hills, and I made the statement, players need to make their free throws. We're going to see a lot of free throws this year, and Bountiful's been really impressive from the line. Malika, I'm sorry. That's on me. Broadcaster jinx, I should know better. That pass just a touch strong for Shawnee. But that was the first free throw missed by Bountiful in the second half. They've been really good from the line. It's kept them in it. And Shawnee here going to get a break with 5.5 to go. Stevenson trying to work that zone side to side. Inside, and yes, Taylor Harvey. Great job working that around. Harvey recognized she had some room inside and able to get her first field goal this fourth quarter. That pass deflected out. It'll stay here. And a timeout taken here by Lone Peak. 57-46. Bountiful not done yet. Lone Peak basketball underneath. A little wraparound for Tanavasa. Off the window, off the inbound play. Well designed, well executed there for Lone Peak. Sachuala sends to the corner. Nelson's three won't go. Rebound here by Harvey. And that was short. Woolston coming away with it. Now trying to lead the run out here for Lone Peak. Up ahead, Lawrence. Too strong off the window. Ball's on the floor. And we've got a foul here instead going to be called. Right underneath. It'll be Lone Peak basketball here. Bountiful staff didn't love that call. Stevenson called for her first. 2 team fouls each way here in this fourth quarter. Again, 5, that magic number for free throws in a frame. As this inbound thrown into the backcourt. Woolston trying to deal with the defense there of Adelaide Stevenson. Don't know if there's any relation to the other Stevensons that have come through Bountiful, particularly on the boys' side, but plays feisty like they have, as Zuri able to hit her second three of the ball game tonight. And boy, Shawnee wanted that steal, kept in here by Bountiful. Bountiful now has an advantage. Worked inside, won't go on the take there for Orm. Another run out here for Lone Peak. Shawnee finding an extra gear, and Shawnee scoring on the reverse. Usually it's like there's a governor when you're in reverse, but not for Shawnee Nordstrom. There's no speed. She can't reverse it. See what I did there? Yeah, all right. Foul here on the other end. This is Tanavasa being called for her fourth. Sent up. Sachuala, tough shot. Boy, tough shot there for Sachuala. I don't know how she got that to go. 17 now for Malika. Kind of had a hang. Here's Tanavasa. Bartholomew left alone. She'll take the three. She knew it was short. Tried to follow it up, but Bountiful here with the clear. Johnson, boy, she's been saddled with foul trouble. Haven't seen her for a while. She's back on the floor. Sachuala taking the three and drills it for Bountiful. 8 points in the quarter for Sachuala. She's up to 20 tonight. Kaylee Rich. That answer won't go. Sachuala had it and is fouled. And what will be the fourth foul here on Lone Peak. And that called on Tanavasa, so Naya is fouled out here tonight. She exits with 23 points. Great effort tonight for Naya Tanavasa. She hit a three in 3 different quarters. And finishes with the 23. As her night now done. Here's Bountiful. Worked around. Stevenson. Back over. Sachuala trying to skip there for Harvey. And that pass along the baseline there. Taylor not in position to gather it. Here's Shawnee. Rich. Back with Bartholomew. Hands off. Good ball movement here. Lawrence. We're trying to set up that drive and gets caught with a double dribble. And Lone Peak will turn it over. Worked around. Stevenson in the corner. Now inside. Quick trigger there for Mae Johnson. Here's Kennedy. Defended by Harvey. Working around a couple screens there. Woolston still attacking. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if that was a no-look shot or not. From my angle, it looked like it was a no-looker. Kennedy able to score her first field goal tonight. Got that up through traffic. Impressive take there from Woolston. Approaching the final minute. This one last touch there. I think they're going to say stays here. I thought that went out off the leg of Satuala. Officials there saying it will stay here with the Redhawks. Harvey in the corner, works inside. Johnson. When she picked up that fourth foul, boy, it felt like not having her on the floor. Bountiful was going to have to get creative with the lineup. She's been impactful since coming in here just these last couple of minutes. Back with Bartholomew. 15 on the shot clock. Plenty of time here. Bartholomew skies to pull that in. Just off the front of the rim. Harvey coming up the floor. Shot clock turned off here for the remainder of the contest. Harvey for three. $15 for Taylor. Final 15 seconds. Lone Peak just looking to bleed this one down, and they'll foul Bartholomew here with 8 seconds left. And Bountiful here are going to call timeout. 8 seconds left. Timeout, Bountiful. We'll step aside, be back with the conclusion after this. And Bountiful fouls here quickly. I'll hand off here again. And another foul given here with 5.4 left. And so now Bountiful at that 5-team foul. It will send Woolston here to the line. First one good there for Kennedy. Two for two. Here's Satuala. 3 on the clock. 2. They hand off. Harvey from half court. Oh, Taylor Harvey. It won't make a difference in the ultimate outcome, but Taylor Harvey with an impressive shot to drill it late. And Lone Peak gets the victory. Impressive nights for multiple players. Shawnee Nordstrom and Tanavasa leading the Knights. Nordstrom with 24, Tanavasa with 23. Meanwhile, 20 points in the ballgame tonight for Satuala and 18 for Taylor Harvey. Fantastic duo performances for each side, but in the end, it's Lone Peak getting the 70-59 win. Want to thank you for joining us. Reminder, we've got Lone Peak basketball for you all year long right here on the Rewind Sports Network as we track the Lady Knights in their pursuit to defend their 6A state championship. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us for Lone Peak basketball, and we'll see you next time on the Rewind Sports Network.